I total sports. The NFL was a bloodbath this week. All the big dogs, most of the big dogs, lost. The Ravens lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny Pickett and the boys. I don't know what's the Ravens. I mean, they look horrible. I mean, Lamar throw the guys the ball and they just drop after. They got Nelson Aguilar, who is probably the worst receiver in the league. He dropped everything. Like he'll get one catch and then he'll go like 0 for 4. You can hit him in the hands, the chest, the eyes. It don't matter. Bro is a drop machine. So the Ravens have at least almost 10 drops, significant drops, and they could have won the game. Then of course, they had an interception, fumbles, and regular stuff go happen. But the drops, unexcusable. But that's the thing with Pittsburgh. They sneak out these ugly games and ugly wins, and they just take it like, hey, whatever. The Patriots look trash. We'll talk about them later. Anyway, the big dogs lost. The Ravens lost. The Bills lost. They went overseas late. I don't know. Jet lag is real. I don't know why they didn't go over there at least 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago. I didn't get the point of that, but whatever. Jet lag is real. They looked like they were slow. It looked like they went to the bar. You have to go overseas in enough time, especially playing the football. I felt it just a little bit for like 4 or 5 days, just feeling back normal. And I ain't playing no football. Player just getting his bag and going to the house. So, imagine being a professional athlete, how you feel going across the world. But they laid an egg and they lost. Kansas City eked out another win. Dallas looked trash. I think the best team in the league is the San Francisco 49ers. We have enough evidence on film to say Brock Purdy is for real. We also have enough evidence to say the defense is for real. And he's more than a game manager. He can, throw the ball deep. He can throw it mid range, and he can protect the ball. So, he's real. Now, the key is last season, they couldn't keep him healthy, and it mattered in the end of the season. Can they make it to the end with him healthy? Some of those gimmick plays, you go have free rushes. So, they might tee off on you, boy. So we'll see. So if they can keep, but the way this league going now, everybody getting hurt. So we'll see. Last time I said the team was, in the first place, they start falling apart. So Jets eked out a win. So what I wanted to talk about, the Jets eked out a win against Denver Broncos, who are trash, and the Patriots are trash, right? They got blew out by the Saints. What's going on in Denver and what's going on with the Patriots show you the importance of a solid quarterback, right? When Tom Brady was going through these issues with Bill Belichick, right, and he was saying, you can walk. I got these other guys. I got Mac Jones. This is when Jimmy G was there, and the other guys. He's like, I got all these other guys. I don't need you. You're just a part of this system. And Tom Brady left and won a Super Bowl, and Bill Belichick has been scrambling ever since. The defense is trash. The special team is trash. The offense is trash, right? So it's kind of shows some credibility that Tom Brady was like, you kind of need me. You look at what Drew Brees brought to the Saints. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl. But without Drew Brees, Sean Payton may have been another just coach, 2-3 years and done. Watching the Denver Broncos implode, they're making historic numbers. Gave up 70 points. That's in the history books. They're the worst defense in the league historically from the start of 5 games. Gave it the most points. That's in the history books. This is not going to end well. That man make $18 million a year. He was supposed to come in, change the culture, change all these things, and he came in, tried to rule with an iron fist. Offseason, he was throwing shots at the old coaches, the old administration, the old staff, the old players, and all this stuff. That man is worse than anybody who was there last year. He definitely can't say they're better than last year in any facet of the game. So some credibility to obviously a great quarterback can kind of mask some of your plays, your issues. When Tom Brady masked the issues that Bill Belichick was causing and his desire to be the man. Sean Payton obviously wants to be the man, and he is a man. He gets some credibility for being a good coach and longevity. But now we see these guys were just average coaches. Remember, Bill Belichick used to coach the Browns. He was one of the worst coaches of the Browns at the time before he got the Patriots. So that may be the Bill Belichick we know. The real Bill Belichick was the coach of the Browns. So it's interesting to see these guys struggle, and especially the arrogance that Sean Payton brings to the game. He felt entitled to basically, we don't hear a lot of coaches go at other coaches, previous regimes. You kind of see, maybe across the board, you might see a coach talk about another coach that's on another team. When you about to face them, or, you faced them in the past. But you rarely hear a coach publicly say the previous regime was trash, they treat these players bad, I'm going to come in and do all this, and these guys are washed up. And it's like, you don't know that. You haven't seen a practice, you haven't had a snap. You just got to check for $18 million. So you're like, woo, I'm about to talk my junk. But remember, the games have to be played. One thing about sports is you can talk as much junk as you want. The games have to be played. You can't fire a man he signed a 5-year, $18 million per. Russell guaranteed $200 million. You can't bench that man. You should, but you can't. And image-wise, Russell, they like Russell for the face of the league and stuff like that. So you can't make him a clipboard guy, even though for the betterment of the team, you should. Get him a little clipboard, a little baseball cap, work it out. Russell be, just a clap, a couple of claps a game, and, applaud your teammates, and we can go home. But really, the NFL is a crap show, because one thing about the NFL is every week is a test. Even when you say someone's the best, they can fall off like that because, honestly, people, look down on their opponents. Oh, I'm in first place. I don't have to worry about you. Or it's a division game. It's nothing. And you get waxed out. You get blown out, and you're like, whoa. You have to go back to the drawing board. So we'll see. A lot of injuries added again this week. Travis Kelce's hurt. We'll see what the outcome of that is. The Bills' defense is totally depleted. Von Miller didn't even make the game. Didn't finish the game. A couple of other guys got hurt. Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings was hurt. Saquon's still out for the Giants. We'll see what happens with that. Jimmy G's still hurt. So a lot of major injuries that will affect the remaining few games of the season as teams start to distance themselves from the pack. A lot of teams are 2-2, 3-2, something like that. So as teams distance themselves from the pack, the way to the Super Bowl, the way to the playoffs, period, forget the Super Bowl, is the healthier man survives. So we'll see if anyone can make it. Philly looks a little rusty, bouncing off last year. We'll see. I think they'll be fine, but I don't see any team beating San Fran if they can stay healthy. The gimmick plays, the defense, and kind of the weird stuff that they put with McCaffrey and Purdy and those guys, I think they'll be fine. And Kittle, if they can stay healthy, they have to stay healthy because they don't have, they do a lot of window dressing before the snap to make sure Purdy knows where to throw the ball. A lot of masquerading to make sure, we're going to be passing and it's a running play. So they do a lot of that window dressing. You can't do that with bumps. So you got to have playmakers. You got to have Purdy. You got to have Kittle. You got to have McCaffrey. You got to have some guys to make it look good. If San Fran can make it to the end, I think they're going to make it. But, it's early. One thing is still week 5. It's early. A team that can be sorry now in week 10 can be first place. And that's one thing about NFL. You never know. And then you never know who's on the bench. A guy gets hurt. You might have a 100-yard rusher game on the bench. We don't know who the backup is. You have to be prepared. You have to be ready to go. And there you go. So that's a week 5 update, kind of. We do have a Monday night game. Who cares about the Packers? I don't. But shout out to the Packers. We'll watch them later today.